Jain students, today we are going to discuss the new topic from rural development, that is diversification of agriculture. So diversification of agriculture, the concept, the farming sector needs diversification. Three forms of diversification are desirable. Diversification in crops. This will reduce the dependence on a single crop, and diversification to allied activities like livestock, poultry, fisheries, etc. So, livestock means what? That's just for the day-to-day life. Certain other forms of farming has been adopted like cattle, goat, etc. So that's known as what livestock. Poultry, you know that it's a hen, the growing of hens and all. Fisheries means for fish, aquatic fishes and all are being grown. So that is a form of diversification. So diversification to non-farm jobs are non-farm jobs related to agriculture have a great employment potential. Food processing industries is an example. For processing of fruits, vegetables, milks, etc. are a form of diversification of agriculture. Diversification from agriculture to for food processing. This will lead to value added products in emerging as a major industry with a greater employment opportunities. So diversification. So reasons for diversification, they are agriculture plays an very important role in the economic development. Moreover, the vast majority of the rural people work on land, and there is a greater risk in depending only on agriculture. So the need for diversification arises because of the following things. So there is a greater risk in depending exclusively on farming for livelihood. So when we depend exclusively only for farming, in certain climatic conditions, it will not solve our problems, and we will not be getting better crops, or we will not be getting employment during that time. So there is a greater risk in depending exclusively on farming for livelihood, and to provide a productive, sustainable livelihood option to rural people. It will be providing productive, sustainable. So if your future user also, they may, if the diversification has been taken by the people without depending only on agriculture, they may go to livestock farming and also fisheries and other animal husbandry or livestock, etc. for their livelihood, and thus may be sustainable for their future, and to provide productive, sustainable livelihood options to rural people also. This is very important. Diversification. Benefits of diversification. Much of the agricultural employment activities are concentrated in the Kharif season. During the Rabi season, it becomes difficult to find gainful employment in the areas where there are adequate irrigation facilities. So, diversification into other sectors is essential. So, as a benefit, we have to think of that diversification is very effective or very essential when we see the agricultural farmers depend alone on the season, like Kharif. uh, During Kharif season, they will not get any job or employment opportunities, and they have to depend on Rabi season for the employment or for gainful products and all. So during they as such, we can say that they are dependent only on the climatic conditions, and this may change their way to take a new concept, that is diversification, and to provide supplementary gainful employment it is a beneficiary, and to enable them to earn higher levels of income. So through adopting diversification, they will be getting higher level of incomes, and also to enable rural people to overcome poverty and other troubles. So these three are the main beneficiaries that we can see under adoption of diversification. Types of diversification: we may find a diversification of crop production and diversification of productive activities. So under the diversification of crop production, it involves the shift from a single cropping system to multi-cropping system. So if we are only producing a particular crop only, sometimes the farmer will not get any benefit from that, so he will be shifting to the other crop option also. So that's known as crop diversification. So it is shifting of single cropping system to multiple cropping system. So diversification involves a shift in cropping system from food grains to cash crops. Basically, the main aim is to promote shift from the subsistence farming to the commercial farming. So as you know that the shift from the subsistence farming means what are the food crops production to the cash crop production, that they are getting more benefits for by selling by production of the indigos and cotton, like that leather, jute, etc. So that's known as what this diversification involves shift in the cropping system from food grains to cash crops. So diversification involves a shift in cropping system from food grains to cash crops. Basically, the main aim is to promote shift from subsistence farming, that is food crops, to commercial farming, that is cash crops. So in India, agriculture is still dominated by subsistence farming. Farmers give prime importance to the cereals like the cropping system. So farmers are mainly dominant in subsistence farming and giving prime importance for the cereals in the cropping system. A multiple cropping system reduces the dependence of farmers on one or two crops as they are engaged in growing a wide variety of crops. So these are some of the points to be noted under the crop diversification. So diversification of productive activities, and agriculture is an overcrowded a major proportion of the increasing labor forces needs to find alternative employment opportunities in the non-farm sectors. So non-farm sectors, it may be animal husbandry, fishing, poultry, etc. that we had seen earlier, and it has certain points to be noted. It would provide alternative avenues of sustainable livelihood and would raise the level of income. By turning to the other sectors like animal field and fisheries, etc., they will get a sustainable livelihood and would raise the level of income. And non-farm activities have several segments. Some segments of non-farm activities possess dynamic linkages that permit health growth, while others are in subsistence of low productivity prepositions. So non-farm activities such as by growing these animals and all, the health of the people may change and they will get more productive things from that, and it will be grown the health of the people, and while other are in subsistence low productivity proportions, and some other crops may not be getting as such more productive or more gainful things. So next is the dynamic subsectors include agro processing industries, food processing industries, and leather industries, tourism, etc. By this we can develop the subsectors like agro-based processing industries. By the products of agriculture, the industries may be developed, and it may be as a raw materials may be used, and food processing industries, that is dried fruits and all, may be collected, and leather industries and tourism may be promoted. So next is those sectors which have the potential but a seriously lack of infrastructure and other support include traditional household based industries like pottery, craft, handlooms, etc. So those have no place of infrastructure and all. They can diverse their agricultural sector from the traditional household based industries like pottery, craft and handloom, etc. So these are the other diversification of the industries or allied activities. If in certain cases, if general questions are asked, that is how the what are the benefits of animal husbandry or livestock, so you can just mention the following points, that is alternate livelihood, it gives an alternative livelihood, and it is giving stability in income. Then food security, that is by production of egg, meat and other nutritious foods can be got from the animal husbandry or livelihood, so that is food security. Then nutrition for farming, and it will give what for better nutrition for farming also, and for that is the products, and also fertilizer for farming, and fertilizer may also be got from the animals, and fuel for cooking. The animal dungs and all are used as fuel for cooking. Next, rarely sometimes one question may be asked, that is fishermen community are economically backward. Why? Because they are underemployed, and they have low income, and illiteracy and low occupational mobility, that is there is no stability in that. Then they have indebtedness. So these are some of the reasons for the fishermen community for economically backward. So thank you students. Actually this topic, that is alternative farming, was deleted from uh, the, the syllabus. It is included in the deleted portions, and also sometimes the question may we are finding in certain sample questions the questions related to this diversification. So if anyone asks the question, you can answer. So I am taking this video. Thank you.